All right, let's look at this first without interference. Partner opens one no and it goes pass. What are you doing with that hand? You only have 7 points.
Oh, I would pass.
Okay, yeah, you probably don't want to be inviting game, right? I mean, even if partner has 17, you're not really a favorite to make game. You would have a better shot if partner conveniently bid hearts and you found a 4-4 heart fit. Then I'd like my chances a little better. But normally with 0 to 7 balanced, we pass, right? When partner opens a no trump. Well, one no trump looked like a relatively comfortable contract, but you can't play it now because the opponent's got in. So what do? You don't just want to sell out to 2 diamonds, do you? I mean, your side has 22 high card points at least, right? So I can tell you, selling out to 2 diamonds is not winning bridge, whether 2 diamonds makes or not, because you are probably making something. It's just a question of what? Where do we belong? Maybe think about double here. It's a negative double. Now, they bid diamonds. In the perfect universe, you have 4 spades as well as 4 hearts, right? Right. Well, this is a competitive auction. The opponents are in. We're trying to do the best we can. We can't have the perfect hand every time. But your hand is generally a takeout of diamonds, is it not? You'd love to hear partner bid 2 hearts, and you would gladly pass. And in fact, now knowing that they have a diamond suit, 2 hearts looks like it might be superior to 1 no anyhow, right? So maybe the interference has gotten you to a better spot. What if partner bids 2 spades? All right, you only have 3 of those. But even if partner's in a 4-3 fit, it's only at the 2 level. If they need to rough a diamond in the dummy, you have a reasonable spade holding where one of those little trumps could be used to rough a diamond loser. I don't feel bad about partner playing 2 spades. And hey, maybe you get lucky. Maybe partner has a 5th spade. And you're in a really great spot. What if partner does neither? What if partner bids 3 clubs? Are we okay with that? The partner doesn't remember that the emphasis here on that negative double is we're really hoping for a major fit. But if partner doesn't have a 4-card major and they bid clubs, then they probably have 4 or 5 clubs. And that's a good part score. You see, you really can't lose. Now, the one thing that can get tricky is, what if they have made a pretty flimsy overcall, and what if partner's best suit is actually diamonds? What do you do there? In theory, they could leave your double in and convert it to penalty if they want to defend. Maybe a scary proposition, but if their diamonds are that good, it might be the right thing to do. That's when your negative double gets awkward. But then your negative double could always get awkward if partner has length in the opponent's suit, right? So.
Or they could go to no trump.
I guess in theory they could. I don't love the idea of, again, if under the premise that 2 no's a convention, not a contract, and we don't love to play 2 no if we can avoid it. But that could happen. It could be that they have really good diamonds and they bid 2 no. But my feeling has always been, if your diamond stoppers are good enough that you would be willing to bid 2 no, then you also have adequate defense to beat it. And I would probably just try leaving the double in and defending. Partner has 4 or 5 good diamonds to a couple of honors. My guess is the opponents are not in a great spot. And I know you're probably not real excited about defending double contracts at the 2 level, but they can be very profitable, especially when your side's not making much.
And if the opponents are vulnerable.
And if they're vulnerable, a 1-trick set is better than any part score you can make, right? Collect plus 200. Out of curiosity, before we got into all of this, whatever we're doing, negative double, stolen bid double, whatever we're doing with double, does everybody know what the meaning of double is, technically, in standard American 2/1? It's actually penalty. For decades, that was penalty. People didn't play anything else. I played it that way when I started. Played double by responders penalty. I still played it as penalty with when I moved to Colorado 12 and a half years ago. And then I talked to people who played at higher levels of the game, and they're like, you know, that's kind of antiquated. You're not going to get rich doing that very often. This was an adaptation that we had to make because people were interfering so often. It's like, well, yeah, you know, they bid something at the 2 level, maybe we penalized them, but it just, all the experts were finding out we're not getting rich. We're not getting good results. Sometimes these part scores make when we double them. Or they're not vulnerable and we nip at a trick and we get plus 100 when we had like a plus 140 coming our way, or plus 110, you know. So almost everybody has given up the double as penalty here.
At least the first go round.
Okay. I really think that you are, when the opponents interfere with your no trump, you are so much more likely to pick up a hand like that. I mean, I think you're going to find that this comes up for you often enough that you really want to be able to compete. That I think it's worth giving up that stolen bid double, especially when you can still play if you had a hand that was going to transfer and you can just bid 2 hearts or 2 spades to play, and all you're giving up is playing it from the stronger side. I think it's well worth it, because I think you're going to have so many other hand types that are going to come up for you. And I've said this before. I like to teach. I like to cater to frequency. I like to teach things and encourage things that, in my experience, come up a lot. And this is the kind of thing that comes up a lot. Partner opens a no trump, and you've got this scattered 7, 8, 9 points, and you want to compete. So the funny thing is, and this is why I say that perhaps this class is not named properly. We really haven't said that much about lebensohl, have we?
No, that's what I was reading.
But this is all part of it. This is all part of the structure. This all fits with lebensohl. The actual lebensohl bid that we opened with, and then I think what we'll do is we'll talk a little bit about this as the relay that lebensohl is, and then we'll do more of this next time. And on the sheet, I like this, was Robert Todd is the one who came up with this. He likes to call it simple sol, at least what's on the sheet for today. Just kind of the basics, the fundamentals of lebensohl, because there's a couple other little pieces to it that we haven't gotten to. But the actual lebensohl bid is this relay, right? And so let's say you pick up a hand that looks like this. Partner opens a no trump, and they overcall 2 spades. All right, well, here we are. We were probably passing 1 no with this hand, right? You have a maximum pass, but you probably don't have a game. On the other hand, how excited are you about defending 2 spades? Well, you've got one pretty sure defensive trick with the ace of hearts, right? You might be setting up a club trick, depending on, how short is declare in clubs. They may be roughing them pretty quickly. And partner has 15 to 17. So we have a slight balance of power, right? So hopefully you look at this hand and you're like, well, I sure hate to just sell out to two spades. Could you double here? Excuse me, you could. I sure would like to have a fourth heart to double here. I'm not saying you can't double with three, but whatever you bid, by the way, you're going to force your side to the 3 level, right? In other words, whatever suit partner bids. You can't bid your 5-card club suit because that would be game forcing and you're not strong enough for that. So this is where we can use our relay. So 2-no is artificial, not natural. Would be alertable. And it forces partner to bid 3 clubs. And then partner will find out next what your long suit is. Here you're going to pass. Now, this is not perfect. Could partner have a doubleton club? It's possible. Not likely, but possible. You got to take your best shot. What is most likely to be your best fit? Probably clubs. Because you have 5 of them and partner has at least 2. And could have 3 or 4 or 5. So technically we would alert both of these bids. Partner would alert 2-no. And if asked, it would say it's a relay to 3 clubs, which might get passed or corrected to another suit.
You say all that?
Hmm?
You say all
If they
that?
ask, you just say alert, yeah. You should never say anything more than alert unless asked to elaborate. So, because then otherwise you're potentially just passing
You
unauthorized
mean as
information.
opposed to
So-
just saying lebensohl?
Yeah, you're actually not supposed to do that. This is spelled out pretty clearly in those. You should never name a convention, especially because for multiple reasons. One, not everybody plays conventions the same way, even if they all throw in under the same name. B, you may be playing against people who don't know what that is, especially if they don't play it themselves. So it's not really sufficient. You should say what it shows. So if asked about the alert, say it's a relay to 3 clubs. I have to bid 3 clubs, and then partner might pass or partner might bid another suit to show that suit. So here, we're just going to take our chance and play it here. Maybe they'll compete, maybe they won't, but it's not perfect. But if you're going to compete, I'd feel a heck of a lot better about this with a 6th club. But on the other hand, I just don't see how it can be right to sell out to 2 spades here. So when and then of course, if you're Queen Jack 10, if that's a diamond suit instead of a club suit, we just flip flop your clubs and diamonds. Now you correct to 3 diamonds. And the opener should pass. You have denied game interest. You have said, I just want to compete, partner. So the opener is just supposed to do what they're told in this situation. Now we looked at a hand a little different at the beginning, right? Where you only had like 5 points, but you had a 6th heart. That's a more comfortable hand for using your lebensohl because you do have the guaranteed 8-card fit there. So it's a relay. We've talked about the difference between a relay and a transfer. A transfer, the suit is always known. Relay is just a forced bid, and we don't know what partner's long suit is yet. So that's what's going on here. This is lebensohl is a relay. 2-no is a relay to 3 clubs, and then you describe further. And describing further may be done by passing. That's how you announce your club suit. So this gives you the opportunity to compete in what is probably your best spot. And what have we given up? Well, we've given up a final contract of 2-no. But a final contract of 2-no doesn't really look that attractive to me with this hand, especially with the status of the spades being unknown. There is one situation, you don't always have room to do this. There is a situation where lebensohl, and actually we'll get into more next time. Sometimes you do actually go through lebensohl with a game forcing hand. That's what we're going to deal with next week. Usually it's just competitive. Usually you're just trying to get to your part score and stop. It could actually be invitational. You don't always have room to do this. If you're invitational and you have length in a minor, that would be tricky. Okay. Once again, this is a pretty easy hand to deal with if you don't have interference, right? You have 9 points, you have 5 spades. Partner opens a no trump. You've got your plan. You're going to bid 2 hearts and transfer to spades. And then you're going to bid 2 no next, right? Partner choose. Choose spades or no trump. Choose game or part score. Give partner all sorts of choices, right? All right, let's say there's an intervening 2 diamond bid. Okay, now what? Would you bid 2 spades? If you bid 2 spades, you're going to play 2 spades. Is anybody worried about that?
Yeah.
Well, you might have a game, right? If it's your 4 spade hand, you probably don't want to stop in 2, right? Or if it's your 3 no hand. Maybe partner only has a doubleton spade, but maybe partner has diamond stop. So you're too good just for 2 spades. Because remember, 2 hearts or 2 spades here, that's to play. That's partner, that's not forward going. All right. What if you jump to 3 spades? We talked about the new suits at the 3 level. Could you do that with this hand? It's a little stretch, isn't it? You have 9. You're just about at a game force. It's a little pushy. It's not the worst thing in the world. You could do that. So how are you supposed to invite and show 5 spades? Can you do both? You actually can on this auction. How about using your relay? Partner has to bid 3 clubs. They don't know what your suit is yet. And now you show your spades. Now, the only thing is if partner is not accepting your game try, you're at the 3 level, not the 2 level, right? If partner doesn't want to bid 3 no or 4 spades, then you're going to play it here. From your side, not from the strong hand. So, on the auctions where the interference would allow you to have either bid the suit minimally or jumped, you actually have this in-between sequence, right? So you bid 2 spades if you want to play it there. You jump to 3 spades if you want to force the game and either play in spades or wherever partner wants to play it. Usually 3 no. And then in this situation, you actually have an invitational sequence available to you. As long as partner can make that distinction. Hey, remember, if partner remembers, oh, okay, yeah, you chose 2 no. If you just wanted to play 2 spades, you could have bid 2 spades. So you must be better than that. Your hand must be better than that. You didn't jump to 3 spades. You didn't force. So you actually have an in between. Right?
I just remembered it wasn't forcing.
Yeah.
It could be.
Yes. Now you don't have the luxury of doing this with the minor suits, right? You don't have room. So